everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking. Listen, my apron's probably all wrinkled up, but we got a forecast that the snow is coming, and my husband and I and my son, we ran up on the sheriff today that's in our little town, and he was telling us we might need to get ready. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in the pressure cooker. I'm going to make 15 bean soup, Nan's way, okay? Now, you can go by the directions on the bag if you want to. The directions are right back here, but I do mine a little bit different. So I've got 6 cups of hot water here. And I'm going to take my Better Than Bouillon roasted beef base, and I'm going to get every little bit I've got in here out. And that right there will make a little bit of a beef broth or whatever. I'm going to get everything out of here. I'm going to pour a little bit of this in here because some of it's stuck to the side. I'm going to give it a shake. And I've got 4 cups of beef. Now this is without going to the supermarket. I didn't want to go to the supermarket. So I'm going to shake that up real good and pour that in there. Get every little bit. And look, see how much came out of there? That's that much you don't want to waste. And I love the size of this little jar. I always wash it up and keep it. I've always got something to go in it, okay? But that is my 6 cups right here of my beef bouillon. Let me get it going around because some of it hasn't dissolved. But when you put it in a pressure cooker, it will dissolve, okay? So that made 6 right there, and I'm going to add 4 more. That makes 10 cups, okay? 10 cups of beef bouillon. And this is low sodium. You can see right here, unsalted. Wait a minute, I'll turn it around. Unsalted. Because I'm going to be using a ham bone in there. This year I saved 2 ham bones, and you would think I had a treasure. I love to use my ham bones. And the other one I'm going to use it for something else. But come on now. There we go. There we go. I'm splattering it everywhere. But do you ever get in a hurry like that? And I just thought, I need to get this on and get it cooking. Won't be long till Willow will be coming to help me a little bit today. I'm going to take my ham bone that is frozen. This is why I'm not just cooking it in a pot on top of the stove. I want to do this so that I can hurry up. And when you have frozen things, you really need. Wait a minute. Look at that on that spoon. Don't want to waste that that beef broth base there. So that made 10 cups of beef broth. If you're just buying your homemade, if you've already got some made up, now look at that. Got my big old, that's gonna be lots of good ham coming off of that. Now I have rinsed my 15 bean soup right out of my bag. It says 15 bean soup. And it always comes with a little packet, ham flavored, if you don't have ham to go in it. And I've washed these beans really good, and there's 15 kinds of beans in this. So take your hand or whatever you've got and get every little bean out there. You don't want to waste those. Those will expand and be good sized little beans when you get through cooking this. Now you can do it like I've done it for years. Do it on your stove and cook them for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and then add some other things to it. This is just getting, I got everything out of there. This is just getting everything ready to go into this. I'm going to set this in my holder over here and turn it on without the lid and let it be getting good and hot while I do something else on the stove, okay? I've chopped 1 onion. I'm going to pull this out, which cleans all that, and that way I don't lose any onions in that. I've got, this has been 1 large onion, and I'm going to put that in there. 1 chopped large onion. And I'm going to put 1 can of, you can just put, you can just use regular diced tomatoes or fire roasted tomatoes. Sometimes I use those, but I didn't have any fire roasted tomatoes, so I'm gonna use a can of Rotel, okay? Just a can of Rotel. This is the diced tomatoes and green chilies, and it's a 10 ounce can. I thought about putting 2, but I think 1 will be all right. I'm going to put the little packet of seasoning that came with my beans. In there. I'm going to put just a dash of lemon juice. I don't have any fresh. I'm going to put probably a tablespoon. I'm not going to add any salt because the salt, I'm telling you, the ham will get a lot of salt from the ham, okay? So I'm just going to do pepper, and I'm going to put 2 big pinches. That's probably, because we like pepper, that's probably going to be about 1.5, or no, 1 tablespoon. That's probably 1 tablespoon right there. Now let me think what I've got in here real quick. Do y'all ever ask yourself? I've got the Rotel, I've got the onions, I've got my, if you hear QVC in the background, I'm sorry. Don't get on me over hearing this in the background. I'm not going to the den to turn it off because I talk over top of that. Y'all can't hear that unless I'm real quiet. So last time y'all really got on me, a few people got on me about the vacuum cleaner, even though I apologized and turned it off. So let's don't do that, okay? Let's don't do that. I don't want to have to block anybody today. Don't make me do that. Okay, so I pretty well got everything. Got my beans in there, got my tablespoon of lemon juice, I've got my onions, I've got my, you can just put roasted, fire roasted tomatoes or diced tomatoes, a can of those in there. And I've got my big ham bone and all my beans and my seasoning packet. So, not going to add any salt till I make sure, till it's over. And then I probably will not need any because I noticed this year when it come to doing my ham, I'm glad I didn't add any seasonings because that ham really put off the salt. So let's get this in the holder. And with that ham bone being froze, I'm going to start out by cooking it about 45 minutes to an hour. Probably an hour. And we'll see how it goes from there, okay? We'll be back. I forgot one thing. I took my apron down. I forgot one thing. Listen, I'm going to put in, well, 2 things really. I'm going to put in some garlic. I'm going to put a good tablespoon. Maybe just a tad bit more. You measure that with your heart, okay? And I was going to show y'all. And I got a bag. I had a bag of these little small white potatoes, these Yukon potatoes. And I put them in there because I thought, you know, I'm not going to be eating them. But Pop might want a potato with his beans. And that will just keep me from having to, that'll keep me from having to start cooking that. And I just got through putting a big pan of cornbread in the oven. I'm going to put this, I don't want to spill that and cause that to burn me. So that's what all I just wanted to show y'all that I did. A big old, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of garlic, minced garlic, and some of those, and you don't have to do those small potatoes. That is just something, I haven't normally done that in my bean soup, but I thought, you know what, it's supposed to snow tonight, so I might be glad to have those potatoes in there. So, just want to let you know what I did. Okay, we just got this out. We've had a time. We're having a time getting videos uploaded. Look at that, yummy, yummy. And those potatoes are gonna be so good. Young'uns, I'm just going to, I've got dishes everywhere. Real quick, just get a bite because the ham, that ham is, oh, so, looks delicious. Look at that. And the beans, yummy, yummy. Look at those yummy beans. Let me show you. I think, you know, every once in a while I have a good idea. I think the idea for the potatoes was a good idea. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for this food. Lord, seems like Satan has fought us tooth and toenail to stop this from being uploaded. Ever since Wednesday night, we've had this weather system, Lord. We pray, God, you will help these videos to be able to be uploaded so that people can watch. We love you, Lord, and we thank you for this food. Amen. So good. So good. I hope you get a chance to make it. All your beans are right there in your pack. I was going to show you again in case you said, Nan, you move too fast. You buy it right in your supermarket. 15 bean soup. It gives you all the instructions. Mine are a little different because I did mine a little different, but this is absolutely delicious. You can make this with sausage, connecta sausage, or any of that type of sausage. But I've been saving my my ham hock, my old ham bone for this. I made Pop some. I made him some cornbread to go with this, and I'm just gonna. I'm just probably gonna serve this. You can just have a bowl of beans, just a bowl of this soup, or this bean, the 15 bean soup. You can have a bowl of that. You've got your potatoes, you got all your beans, you got your ham, you got everything you need right there. A little cornbread. What would really be good is a little coleslaw. And I didn't think about that because we've had a time uploading videos ever since Wednesday. And we are expecting a system to come through here. And when that happens, we have a difficult time trying to get our videos uploaded. So please be patient. You might get a video and it won't have the recipe with it. Get you a pencil and piece of paper and write down your directions and write it down. And just pause the video so that you can take time to write it down, okay? You know, I always give y'all the recipe, so this is a little bit different for us. Well, I love y'all, and I want to thank you for watching today. Thank you for getting up and spending your morning with me, and appreciate your prayers that this system, we might get some snow. Their kids are hoping school will be out or whatever, and we just pray for one another, don't we? Well, I love you, and I want you to remember how much the good Lord loves you, okay? He's with us during all this. If it's a big storm, he's with us. If it's a little storm, he's with us. So let's just keep our trust in the Lord today, okay? We'll see you next time, if it's his will. Bye-bye.